Hey guys, we're just gonna drop you right into this. I'm ready for the next task.
Excellent. You have become most reliable, and I assure you that the Council appreciates it. Now, to the matter at hand. In order to deal with the apparent growing problem of necromancers in Cyrodiil, the Council needs as much information as possible. The Mystic Archives have been consulted with minimal success. Guild members are investigating other avenues, but I believe more can be learned here.
What do you mean?
What little we know makes no sense in a larger context. For example, why was Falcar, who we know now to be part of this cult of necromancers, in possession of black soul gems? The Archmage has other reports of these gems being associated with necromancers, but we do not know why. We don't even know what they do. We have overlooked these questions because we are so focused on rooting out the necromancers as quickly as possible.
Okay, what do I need to do?
I'd like you to speak with Tarmina at the Mystic Archives. She is our specialist on Magica Arcana and has been helping gather information. I believe we have been asking her the wrong questions, taxing her too much with vague attempts to make sense of all that we know. Speak with her specifically about these black soul gems, if she knows anything about their powers or creation. An insight into their origins may lead us to those who are responsible for them.
Alright, what about Tarmina?
Her expertise in arcane knowledge and lore could be invaluable to us if we can make proper use of it. She can likely be found in the archives now, poring through materials on necromancy. She stops only to sleep at the Archmage's request. Report back as soon as you can.
That's actually very unhealthy, but at least she's dedicated to her job.
Greetings, conjurer.
The Mystic Archives are disappointing in size. What is this? Seriously? That's in the display case? A copy of the history of the Fighters Guild? Really? Alright. So, Tarmina.
Look, if you're here for information, I'm afraid you'll have to find it on your own. I'm swamped right now, up to my ears in necromancy. Not practicing it, mind you. Wouldn't want anyone to think I was involved in that sort of thing. I simply meant researching it.
Why are you so busy?
Why? Why? Oh, no real reason. It's just that the entire Council of Mages has been in here at one time or another recently, all wanting information on necromancers. Necromancy, of all things.
Alright, but I should tell you I was sent to see you.
Oh, of course you were. No doubt the Council is trying to get you to bother me further. I ran Karanya out of here just a short while ago and told them to leave me alone. I keep telling them I can't produce results if I'm not given any time. I'm not used to working under conditions like this.
Well, I'm here to help you.
Help? No offense, but I don't see how you can do that. Unless you'd like to take some of this work off my shoulders, I'm beyond helping.
Actually, I would do that.
But I do appreciate the sentiment. If there's anything specific you need, that may be more reasonable than just asking me about necromancers.
Alright, tell me about black soul gems.
Now that is a bit more specific. Finally, something I can respond to. Let me think for a moment. Ah, yes, there's one obscure text that references these gems. I believe it's still around here someplace, unless Falcar never returned it. The name of the book is Necromancer's Moon. I'm unclear on the origins of the text, but it does involve these gems you're interested in. I'm afraid you'll have to find it yourself. I'm so out of sorts with all these requests, I've lost track of most everything. It's very distressing.
What can you tell me about Necromancer's Moon?
I believe you'll find it quite helpful. Once you've had a chance to read it, I'd be happy to discuss it with you.
Really? Just tell me what I need to know, but okay, fine. Tell me about the Necromancers.
Why all the fuss now? I thought it would have died down by now, what with the ban on the practice of necromancy and the guild being in place for as long as it has. And yet, suddenly everyone shows up on my doorstep, needing information immediately. Never mind that I might have things on my own to work on.
What about the Mages Guild? How do you feel about the guild?
The Mystic Archives have a large collection of books. Look around, and you may learn a thing or two.
There actually are quite a few skill books in here, so that is something to remember. I think there's quite a few. I don't remember exactly how many, but I know there's at least one. Tell me about the Imperial City.
Too big for me. Loud, dirty. Clowns, fools, brutes, and thieves everywhere. I want to throw my gold away. I just dump it in Lake Rumara. Save time. Good day.
Jesus Christ. Nice to know how you feel. Boy.
Greetings.
What's new with you?
I ran across a couple of mud crabs not long ago. Unknown
Oh.
creatures.
I was looking at the bookshelf.
Ugly.
Brothers and sisters of the worm, despair not of the trials we now face, for our time comes swiftly. The god of worms watches over our order and will deliver us from these troubled times on the day of reckoning. Until then, perform his works in secret, serve his needs, and look to the skies for his signs. The Revenant, the Necromancer's moon, watches over us all. His form ascended to godhood, has taken its rightful place in the sky, and hides the enemy Archay from us, so that we may serve him. Watch for signs when the heavenly light descends from above. Hasten to his altars and make your offering, so that he may bless you with a taste of his true power. Grand soul gems offered to him will be darkened and can be used to trap the souls of the unwitting. A feat the great Angasta would marvel at. Oh, that's interesting to reference him. Stay faithful to the order of the Black Worm, and in time your loyalty will be rewarded. Soon he will return to set the world right in due time, and those who stand in his way will suffer eternally at his hands, just as those who stood opposed before. Until that day, you must believe and be patient. Hide in your caves, in your ruined forts, in your secret lairs. Raise your minions, summon your servants, cast your spells, answer the call of the order when you are needed. Watch and listen.
Things with their thick shells and sharp claws.
I found the book, The Necromancer's Moon, and should take it to Raminus Polus after consulting with Tarmina.
I avoid Tarmina. This is my Mystic Archives. Keep it neat, keep it quiet. No eating in the stacks.
Works for me. Tell me, now that I found Necromancer's Moon, can you actually tell me more about it?
A most interesting text, is it not? We are fortunate that at least one necromancer took the time to record the information. I am unfamiliar with a shade of the Revenant described within the book, but I was never one to dabble in the more, shall we say, amoral arts. You may take that with you for now, if you wish. The council may have use for it. Please, ask them to return it quickly, as I may need it again.
Well, alright then.
It's so good to meet you.
Okay, so let's go see Raminus
You have
Polus.
the hands of a healer.
Let's go see Raminus Polus. I went the wrong way, I'm dumb. I'm just gonna dedicate myself to it though.
You're a sneaky looking sort.
Hello.
Alright, let's save beforehand.
Has Tarmina been of use in gathering information about the Necromancers?
Yeah, the Necromancer's Moon.
Excellent work. I believe this will be of use to the Council. I shall make sure they're made aware of its contents. I've never heard of this Shade of the Revenant. Some sort of celestial phenomenon? If that's correct, then Bothiel would most likely know something about it, as the caretaker of the orrery. She should be on university grounds.
Alright, what about the Imperial Orrery, though?
A most fascinating contraption. Bothiel is one of the few who understands how it worked and kept it running.
Is that seriously all? Well, alright then. I guess off to Orrery we Oh, Bothiel's right here.
Hello there. Is there something I can do for you?
Yes! Necromancers.
I've heard things, to be sure, but I don't really know anything about them. Is it true that some of our guildmates were killed? Oh, how horrible.
The real importance, though, is the Shade of the Revenant. What is that?
Revenant, you say? And it represents something in the heavens? It sounds familiar. Let me think. Ah, yes, now I remember. Falcar was here some time ago asking about just such a thing. Said it was for research. He had a large sheaf of notes with him about it. I'm afraid I didn't have any more advice for him than I do for you. With the Orrery in such a state of disrepair, I have no point of reference. Falcar did leave this behind. I think it fell from his notes as he left. I didn't pay it much attention, but perhaps it will be of use to you. Good day.
So let's read that note. Let's read that note. Hastily scrawled note. Okay. Primary sites: the Dark Fissure, Fort Mysterious, Fort Linchal, Windlebeck. Altars have been raised, anchorites have been called. Watch the skies once a week. His grace shines down on us. Interesting. So, Raminus,
Good day.
I have more information.
So, Falcar expressed interest in this Revenant as well, and left this note behind, did he? Perhaps we should look into it for more clues. This lists several locations. The first is the Dark Fissure, which I recognize. It's a cave in the mountains, south of Cheydinhall. If there is indeed an altar there, as the note suggests, I believe this cave is directly related to the contents of the book. Go to the Dark Fissure the next time this shade occurs. Search for any connection to what we've learned, and report back. Please, be careful. Anything you find is of no use to us if you do not survive. I believe we are dealing with powerful forces here. Do not put yourself in harm's way if it can be avoided. Be careful.
If it can be avoided. So does that mean I have permission? Okay. Let's head off to the Dark Fissure. Now, I already know what to do here. I've already shown you guys what to do before with Azura's quest. You're just not supposed to know about it quite yet. See this? Alright. I need to find the Dark Fissure, south of Cheydinhall. Before the next time the Shade of the Revenant occurs. I should be on the lookout for the heavenly lights mentioned in the Necromancer's book. Alright, I guess we'll be back once I do this for a second time. Alright, so under normal circumstances, someone's supposed to pop out here and do the ritual, but they did not, so I'm doing it. I have dropped in a Grand Soul Gem, and you cast Soul Trap on it, and it gives you a Black Soul Gem, of course, and it says this, even though it's not true. I've witnessed necromancers creating Black Soul Gems at the Dark Fissure Cave. I need to get this information to Raminus Polus. Now, another thing you can do that I like to do is hunt down and kill this guy because he really should have showed up. What? Wait, you're just right here? Get back here. Oh my god, you're running fast. What the what? Where did you even go? How are you that fast? Alright. I'm gonna soul trap you. I'm gonna soul trap you. Ow. Just die! Jesus Christ. Alright. Now, he has a note, and the note is also important to the quest. It provides more information. Handwritten note. To the Anchorites, place your grand soul gems in the altar, pray for his blessing, and strike the altar with your soul trap magic. Your gems will become instruments of his divine power. Listen, I'm honestly afraid of you. Don't touch me, please. Fire. Thank goodness, that got it. Okay, now that is taken care of, the quest is actually really simple. That's all the quest is. Let me heal. I'm gonna wait a while to level up, even though it'd be really useful. I'm gonna wait a while to do that so that I can train more off-screen. Alright. Into the Archmage's lobby. Into the Arcane University. Is he sleeping? Oh my god, he's still asleep. Workday begins at 6 a.m. sharp, buddy. No, it doesn't. That's a lie. But it should.
Well met.
Mage Apprentice. Hello, Raminus.
Have you been to the Dark Fissure yet? We need to know all we can about the Necromancers.
Yes, I have. And I am here to tell you about them.
So you saw them. The altars must be infused with some kind of power to change over the soul gems. I shall pass the news on to the Council. Most troubling indeed to know that these are not merely myths. I also fear their numbers may be greater than we believed. You have again performed admirably. You have my thanks, and that of the Council as well.
Of course they have large numbers. Daggerfall in the timeline wasn't that long ago, really. Advancement?
You are Conjurer no more. Guild members shall now address you as Magician. Congratulations.
Thank you for that hollow statement. Anyways, that's actually all. That's all there is to this quest. And I have things I need to do. And I have recorded over an hour's worth of footage, even though it's going to be shortened down into like 40 minutes worth of footage. Actually, no, about 50 minutes worth of footage. So, thank you guys for watching. If you like my stuff, like, comment, and subscribe. Check my Patreon, Coffee, and Twitter in the description. If you want to support the channel, follow me on Twitter. I retweet a lot of giveaways. And that's all.
Greetings to you.
Thank you all, and have a wonderful day. Bye.